it's Dorleen, and today I'm working on a Cricut project. Now I'm not really going to show you when I'm doing the cutting, but basically this SVG file that I purchased from an Etsy shop, which I'll have that link below in the information section, and I'll also have all this information on my blog, which will also be down below in the information section. So these three-dimensional numbers and letters are really popular right now, and I had a request to make these threes for a birthday party, so of course I jumped all over it. An excuse to buy some cool SVGs and also to play with something that I haven't done before. So right now the cut file, it came all grouped together, and so I made sure it was grouped when I sized it. These are about 10 inches tall, because I wasn't sure how big my would fit on a mat. But I'm just putting this together. This is the first time I've done this, so I'm playing around with it. The tabs on those strips, which are making it three-dimensional, have like they're not scored, but it's cut, but cut in a way where, like, what is that word, perforated or something like that. So in a sense it's like it's scored, but I just you saw me hot glue that one tab which is on the top, and where there's certain areas, one on the top, one on the bottom, and also one over on the side, where you can see there's either a cutout square, a circle, or a triangle. And if you look at the actual image, it'll show you, like, if the square is supposed to go on the top or whatever. So that way it's easy to know which tabs belong to which portion of the number. So it was actually really easy to put together. I'm doing this sped up a little bit, but once I got the hang of it, the threes themselves probably took like a little bit more than 5 minutes each, if that, but definitely less than 10 minutes. But anyhow, I'm decided to use my hot glue gun for this because I thought that it would adhere stronger. Now, of course, you can use like a tacky glue or some kind of glue if that's your preference. And as a matter of fact, I ended up doing that because I ran out of sticks later, and they held up the same. But I decided to glue down like one tab at a time, and I did that mostly because with hot glue, it cools off pretty quickly. So I didn't want to do like long strips of the glue. So I just, like I said, did one tab at a time. I bent the tabs in the direction they needed to go in order to place them on the edge of the threes. So just from what you're seeing, I am adhering the bottom layer all the way across. And then now for the other layer, the top, bottom, whichever you want to call it, what I did is I just again worked in sections, but this time I did more than one tab at a time, and you'll see me doing that. But I put the hot glue down around the top, and then when I placed the number on top of it, I put a little pressure because those, I needed it to adhere to those tabs. But I also kind of moved around those strips, that again, the strips that make it 3D, because it's paper, so it's a little flimsy, and I had to like guide it to the right edges so that the tabs were on the edge of the number. So if you were doing any number or letters, you would do that same thing. Now again, since this is the first time I'm doing it, and you'll probably notice in some of these shots, not every single tab is on the actual edge, but I think especially for my first time, it was so close, and I'm not sure how possible it is to get on there, just because you're, again, with the glue gun, you're working pretty quickly. But you can see me there maneuvering with it and just really kind of moving it around so that it does fit as close as possible to the edge of the number. So this was a really fun project, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I had an idea, but if you haven't noticed already, this is a Frozen theme. And so I did like all the things with my Cricut on here. But I do want to mention that if you are enjoying this video, and if this is helping you at all, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe down below. You can also hit that notification bell, and it will notify you every time I do a video. I am doing at least one video a week. Sometimes I have a little bit more depending on what I'm doing. And the videos that I post really correlate with my blog, which is called craftsinthecommandcenter.blogspot.com. And my craft room is called the Command Center. I do lots of different crafts. I scrapbook, I do Cricut projects, I make cards, I have a junk journal, so I do a lot of mixed media, and really just whatever I'm doing in the craft room. And I get asked a lot to help with birthday or party decorations, which I think may be my favorite thing to do. You can see me peeling off all those little spider webs from the glue gun. You know, when you work with the glue gun, you always get that kind of stuff. But here's the three. Like, isn't that super cute? And it really is real solid, even though it is paper. But I do hope you like this video, and I hope this helps. But before I close this, I want to show you, I actually did some print and cut with this Elsa. Now, this is my first time doing print and cut. And so I had wanted to make 7 because, you know, that's what I'm doing. I made 7 of these 3s. And it showed on my screen and everything looks perfect, and it just wouldn't print. I kept getting these errors, and I thought, what the heck's going on? Well, with print and cut, you can only do certain size on your machine. So I want to say it's like 6 3/4 by 9.5 or something like that. I'll have the exact dimensions on my blog. Just off the top of my head, I don't know. So once I figured that out, I was able to print them. So it took a couple of pieces of paper. Now, you do notice I'm actually cutting with scissors. And the reason why that happened is when I put it on my Cricut to print, I didn't change the thickness of the paper, and this is really thick white cardstock, so it really should have been the, I want to say it's 100, 110 weight, and I only cut it at 80. So in the first ones I cut out with scissors. I didn't want to just waste it. It was fine. And with this one, you can see the difference, that I used the print and cut. So my Cricut did cut around it, and I really like that. I think that was so much easier, and so I'm definitely going to play with this more in future projects. So I hope you do like that. And so that little banner with her name, I created the offset with the black or that dark purple portion. I sliced her name inside the banner. I mean, I did all the things with this project. I actually just punched those snowflakes, which you saw the punch earlier. I just used my glue gun to glue those down. The snowflakes over there on that top right hand corner were all cut with the Cricut as well. I even had to contour because one of the snowflakes had a circle cut out, and I wanted that solid. I just used all kinds of glitter paper. I used a lot of 3D dimensionals. I used just like everything you could think of, but this is so cute because it's so glittery and it's so fun. And you'll see the final project, but I ended up, the Karina, her name, that was cut out, I ended up putting that on the back. I added more snowflakes, and it is just a super cute project. So go to my blog, check out all the details. Again, the information will be down below in the comment section. Leave me a comment if you like this or if you have any other questions. But if you are thinking about doing these 3D letters or numbers, I say go for it. It's so easy, and it's just really a lot of fun. Before I forget, I did want to show you, this is actually the final 3s. So I have the front and the back together. So on the left hand side is the front, and what I did is I added some more punch snowflakes over there on that top left. And then on the back, you could see the Karina, her name that was sliced out of the banner. Instead of tossing that, I ended up adding it to the back, used a punch snowflake for the eye, and that just completed the whole thing. So I used everything. Those snowflake punches I used from the scraps, and it just worked out perfect. So again, if this is something that you're interested in doing, I say go for it. It's so much fun, so easy. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and also check out my blog for more details. Bye.